Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brian Sheely with Kinetic Data. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the webinar, Drop the Weight, Better Service Delivery Through Improved Visibility. First, a little bit about Kinetic Data. We started as a company in 1998. We're based in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have customers ranging from Fortune 100 companies to large federal agencies, DoD organizations, state and local municipal government, and international customers as well. We have a couple hundred customers worldwide, and we've been focused on IT service management for quite some time, being a BMC Remedy Technology Alliance partner since 1999. This diagram explains the concept of what enterprise request management is, which is pretty straightforward. It's providing a single point of entry for service delivery for your customers, whether internal, external, or a combination thereof. And the obvious benefits are standardization by having a single point of entry and control of how services are received from customers, a better user experience. Obviously, standardization gives you efficiencies, resulting in a lower cost of service delivery, allowing you to transform the organization faster. And one of the key things in everything that Kinetic Data does is we're big on allowing organizations to leverage their existing system investments. So, for example, if you have data in a bunch of different places and you want to leverage it in an enterprise calendar or an enterprise request management strategy, our solutions are designed to let you use the things you've already invested in. So the obvious question, why is service visibility good? Giving people an understanding of what's going on builds synergy between the provider and the customer, allows you to look at things and find areas for improvement from a service standpoint, creates confidence and awareness throughout the organization, whether it's internal employees that want to understand where that BlackBerry or iPhone is that they've ordered, or they just want to see what's going on. You can give them that visibility, creating that confidence. Another thing that's obvious from a cost standpoint is calls to the service desk for status or updates. They can be troublesome to have a large volume of people calling saying, where is my thing, or when is this going to be fixed? If you provide a web-based approach to how things are being delivered when they can expect them, it's a much better thing for the customer to be able to go and serve themselves rather than have to wait on somebody to answer a phone and say, here's where it is. And the big thing I always say, perception is reality. How many times have you ordered something from Amazon and had a great experience because they provide you the entire tracking history and you know exactly when you're going to get that thing? On the contrary, you could go on eBay and buy something from a seller and they don't give you any shipping information or any updates on the order. You're constantly wondering where it is and wondering if you've been ripped off. So here's some examples of service visibility. These are obviously screenshots of some of our solutions, and what this all shows is different types of visibility. So from a service catalog standpoint or from a request management standpoint, here's an enterprise calendar. And today what we're really going to focus on is enterprise service calendaring. Human beings live in their calendars every day. As a professional, we all come into the office, and the first thing we do, if we're not already doing it on our iPhone or Android or BlackBerry, is we look at our calendar and figure out, what do I have to do? I know every night before I go to bed, I always look at my calendar and say, what time do I have a commitment, and what does my day look like? So by providing business relevant data in an enterprise calendar format, it makes sense that people would easily be able to understand what's going on and what the impact to them and their organization would be based on maybe their role or the business processes that they're responsible for, or their IT service delivery approach. So that's really what we're going to focus on through the remainder of this short webinar. And obviously, aligning this to the enterprise request management strategy, the awareness and confidence in delivery can be achieved through just providing visibility. So here are some screenshots, some examples of, this is one of our products called Kinetic Schedule, but what this is showing is a business-specific use. In this particular case, I believe, is from a demo, and what this is showing is like a field service installation or implementation or level 2 support type of thing, where a service provider serves multiple organizations. In this case, it's different companies, and the service manager is able to look at what events are happening, when they're happening, based on company and ticket priority, so they can make an intelligent decision around how and when to schedule somebody or schedule a delivery or something like that. So a couple obvious use cases related to calendaring and service visibility are change and release management, outage calendaring, on-call support, training and scheduling, all the ITIL processes you could think about in calendar formats as being helpful, and I've got some examples of those. So here again is a change management type of use for a calendar. Here is a process visibility related to compliance. So what this is showing, and one of our customers actually built this, and we took it and put it on our demo box, but they took the Kinetic calendar product and wanted to look at all of their compliance security events that happen so that they can understand, how many tape backups need to be changed on a daily basis and when do they need to be done. And that's what this is showing here. Here's the Kinetic schedule product with a slightly different view than I showed before, which is by company and by ticket status. So taking multiple data sets that are time-based and correlating them into being able to make an intelligent decision. So by looking at it in this calendar type format, it's quick for somebody to come without any training and understand that, if I want to assign Brian on this particular date and time for this business function, I can do that. Here is a service level management example of calendaring, which would be putting a bunch of events that you have service levels on into a calendar and setting some criteria to be able to look at, for example, all of your incidents that have breached a service level target. And that's what this is actually showing. So a service level manager or incident manager can make an intelligent decision and react and improve the service in real time if need be, and also circumvent any further issues by working with the customer to explain what's going on or put some focus on the resolution side to resolve things quickly. Problem management, and again, service improvement here, which would be taking data in a calendar and looking at it in a way that allows you to historically see what happened, why it happened, and correlate those events and see what overlap or if there were collisions or something like that that created the problem. So again, we're a software company. We provide solutions around enterprise request management and service automation. And here's some screenshots of what we do. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump into a live demo of a use case I put out on our demo site, which is for Kinetic Calendar. So basically what we have here is I'm looking at asset information in a calendar format. It's obviously time-based data. And in this particular case, I'm looking at all the events that I have related to a particular group of assets by asset owning group. So there's other filters set up on this particular calendar here where I could say I want to look at things by asset type or event type, but we're going to start here. And then what we're going to do is take this master set of data, which again could be a subset of everything in a data repository. We're going to look at it in something that makes sense for us. So on the back end, if I click on any of these things, the data comes directly from the target system. The product, the Kinetic Calendar product, for example, can take data from any back-end source that can be connected to and display it to the web in this actionable calendar format. And so in this particular use case, what we're looking at is data that happens to live in a sample asset system that's hosted in a BMC remedy system in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm interacting from the web, and I have permissions for this particular calendar. So for my particular needs, I can see that I have all this information, and let's just say that I'm the network manager and all I care about is network events. So I'm going to subset the data that way. I'm going to open up my filters, and I'm going to go into the data even further. So if I wanted to look at it by event type, I could say I only care about retirements, for example, or maybe retirements and warranty stuff. And then I'll add maintenance events and acquisition events as well. So I'm looking at those 4 types of things in that subset of data, and then we're going to filter it even further, and we'll go by vendor. And let's just say that the Sun stuff is not relevant to my particular world, so I'm only going to look at my HP and Dell assets, and there they are. So what it does is in very quick fashion gives me visibility into my particular process. So if I have to know that I have retirements happening for particular assets that have to come off the network, here's when they're happening, so I can maximize workload or make the process for retirement more efficient by perhaps saying, I want to move some of these events to be stacked on the same day, or I know that I have an entire week here where nothing's happening, so I'm free to schedule things there. So at a high level, that's a very short overview of calendaring for better visibility and service improvement. So from here, we'll do questions and answers. Thank you again for attending the webinar. Have a great day.